The most powerful of the liches, and Emperor Lich possessed such power and control over the magics that govern life and death, that all other undead yield to their force. It is rumored that it draws so powerfully upon the life force that it can maintain a retinue of followers by completely draining a living being from a distance with a single spell. No survivors have related the power of their touch. That's the guy I'm up against, ladies and gentlemen. An Emperor Lich, the biggest bad Ancient Domains of Mystery has to offer that is not also a boss enemy. And nothing in here that I've just related to you is in the least bit exaggerated. They can completely drain a living being from a distance with a single spell. It's called a death ray, and you better be resistant to it if you fight an Emperor Lich. And no survivors have related the power of their touch because it is a paralyzing touch. Because they also have a dreadful melee attack. Getting paralyzed by an Emperor Lich is pretty much the same as getting killed by an Emperor Lich. But that's not usually a problem because you die of the death rays before they get close to you. Usually, at least. But I am not a usual character. My name is Hocus Pocus. I am completely overpowered, and I am going to fight this Emperor Lich. And I'll show you how to do it. I'll probably die in the process, because that's the kind of idiot I am. But first, let me check one thing. I want to make sure I have death ray resistance. First, I'm going to step one step back, get out of range, and drink myself a potion of insight. I am resistant to death rays. I am also resistant to paralyzation, which kind of takes the excitement out of this battle, but what can I do? I'm just that good. First of all, I'm going to switch my missiles, because an Emperor Lich is of course undead, meaning I do want to switch to Calls of Undead Slaying. And I think there was a Mage Doom eye in there somewhere, so that might be the reason that happened. I can't use the Undead Slaying yet. I have to get rid of some of the other monsters first. And for that I have what's the best things to use? Barely any. Regular crawlers. Let's start with that. Let's just get off this huge bat. And now I'm welcomed by the multitude of angry sounds. Actually, it seems like the tension room wasn't properly triggered. And this is one of the first aspects of why Emperor Lichs are so nasty. In addition to everything else, they can also summon monsters. In this case, they summoned Frost Giant Berserkers. And Frost Giant Berserkers are also already one of the less friendly fellows you might face. They die very, very easily to fire spells, case in point. One burning hand brought him down severely injured, and I'm not even a proper mage. I did that with very little magic damage at all. What I need to do is get a clear shot at the Emperor Lich. Because fighting a melee isn't a good idea, ever. Not just because you get paralyzed and hit for a lot of damage, but because the Emperor Lich will also drain your stats in an alarming manner if you ever get into melee range. So this is going to be a missile battle. But first I have to get a clear shot. I'm going to switch to very aggressive and try to get rid of this guy. And that didn't work at all. So I'm going to take one more step back. Come to me. And I'm going to give you a quick bash over the head with my Skull Crusher. Oh, that worked. I'm going to try and get rid of the Ice Vortex before it goes off. That's probably not going to work. Or it does, because I'm just that fast. It doesn't. I can live with that. And now I would have a clear shot, I think. Nope, not really. But I can live with that too. Get rid of the ghost first. Then a Frost Giant Berserker, and you have got to be shitting me. Wow! That guy is really good. He picked an extraordinarily dangerous summon to cast at me, because diamond golems are very nasty in their own right. I have already killed one, apparently. They have a DV of 50, which is really, really dangerous. Have loads of hit points, and they hit really hard. The best way to kill them is either with penetration, which I don't think I have, or construct slaying, which I do think I have. Yep, plenty of it in form of arrows. So that is that. Let's get my longbow out. Let's get my arrows of construct slaying out. Take one step back. Shoot this guy. One step back. Shoot this guy. That was quick. Get rid of the rat. Shoot this guy. One step back. Shoot this guy. One step back. Shoot this guy. It's not a guy. It's a fucking golem. What am I talking about? If he were a guy, he would have a beard. What did you think I would say? This is, well, barely PG anyway. Okay, I'm just about to really put the hurt on you, so please don't summon even more things. Do I have bigger stacks of arrows of undersling in there somewhere? Nope. That's not bad. That's not too terrible. I can still switch to my carry crossbow and my quarrels of underslaying. And that was a weaker summon. And more importantly, I can do this. Haha. Case in point, these are blessed quarrels of undead slaying. It doesn't get undead slayer than that. Unfortunately, I missed the second shot, and now he's got himself completely surrounded by summons. In this case, he added some withing masses of primal chaos to the mix, which is a poor summon. The diamond golems were better. You've got something to work on, my dear friend. I'm going to switch now. I don't really have a lot of undead slaying in there, but fortunately... Oh, no, I do still have these. And that's some yellow oozes. And the Emperor looks exhausted, so I think that might be all the summoning he's going to be doing for a while. If I want to get through there, I should use some other missiles to get through first. I could try out these calls, see what they do. And that's just cheating, honestly. Tut, 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 tut. Let's get rid of these guys first. I could do that melee, actually. Just what I'm going to do. Yep. Yep. Ouch. No, that actually isn't really ouch at all. That was Jolly Slaying, that's mostly useless. And I'm going to switch to Quarrels of Undead Slaying now. First, let's get rid of this guy. Okay. Back at you. I'm gonna kill you now. That didn't work at all. They also have lots of hit points, which is to be expected. And yeah, this fight would be much more dangerous if I hadn't had oodles of slaying ammunition. What? You got to see an Emperorlich. You don't see an Emperorlich in every game. So, no reason to complain, I guess. Please don't complain. I don't like it if people complain. Because I care so little that it hurts. Actually, no, I care too much. That's probably the problem. Anyway, let's get rid of these guys. One of these days I would like to kill a vortex before it explodes. Am I that terrible at shooting things? Thank you. The Read'em. Well, there's still some diamond golems left, so I'm going to switch to constant slaying once more. If I can find it. Where's my constant slaying? There's one blessed scroll of constant slaying. It's one. Weird. Well, apparently I already shot all the other ones. Oh well, that's going to be fine too. You really don't have any more? Already used them all up. Well, I still have these. That should be enough. Whoop. Wrong item. I can do the rest in melee. And I should now get some of my constant slaying back. Okay. Potion of balance. There's a giant slug in there. Sometimes, yeah, that's the mage doom eye. Constant slaying. Dim de dum. Okay. That wasn't really a big room. And I don't remember Corruptus being this nasty, but good to know. Okay. That was the mixed tension room. Could have been worse. But then it also could have turned out much worse if I hadn't made a complete sham of that fight. But you know what they say about fair fights? A fair fight in ADOM is a stupid fight. The way to make it unfair, do it. And I think I've said that about 1,000,000 times before in the other videos. I should probably get to the end sometime soon. And that's a Fire Giant King, which is a perfect excuse to try out some of these otherwise largely useless giant slaying missiles, to use a general term. Because Fire Giant Kings have a pretty nasty melee attack, and I'm just that kind of barbarian. I guess I do have to somehow roleplay that learning stat of 20. I mean, that's genius stat already. Well, it can get worse with the genius types, but that's already more than smart enough to know that fair fights is stupid. And this guy is peaceful. Welcome the changes you will have to face. That chaos, the way of writing the chaos creatures use is really, really annoying. But this guy is actually peaceful, so I might just let him live, after all. A room full of rats. You know, it's kind of pointless on D44 to have stupid rats, and that's a Quickling Queen. The annoying part about these very high-level Quicklings is that they're so extremely hard to catch, and if you try something like that... Afraid already? They are kind of hard to pin down, and they usually kind of punish you in melee, but this Quickling Queen is apparently not experienced enough to do much. If she could hit me, she'd be poisoning me, and she could poison me a whole lot of times, which is about the only way poison can ever get really dangerous for a late game character with poison resistance. Anyway, I'm trying to hit her in Berserk, but it didn't work. But I managed to shoot her in Berserk, which is excellent. You can get my arrow back. Anyway, I'm done with D44. And D45 turns out is a cavernous level, and I find in general that at this stage of the game you just don't want to stay around these kinds of levels for any longer than you really have to. Because you can get all types of monsters in here. the really dangerous ones because you're really far down. And these guys can be troublesome to flee. So no, I'm going to be going through in the express. And I feel excited, which means that this level has a vault. This level also has a random Eternian two-handed sword, which is also nice. And the vault is fire creatures. And I have a ring of ice, which means free fire creature XP. There should be another worm in here that should get me another level, I think. Do I have items vulnerable to fire that I want to save? Yeah, I do. I do, in fact. Yep. Well, I can use these. I don't really need them. Well, nah. I do have my ring of ice, so I should be fine. Yep. Nice loot. Oh, almost forgot. I'm permanently invisible, so I can basically pick my fights in here. The only ones I really have to be dangerous of are the ancient red dragons. I distinctly remember doing a vault of this kind in a previous video, so I probably don't really have to explain a lot. I still kind of want to do it because XP. There's some decent enough stuff in the higher levels for Barbarian. I think aggressive mode is a bad idea. Maybe I should go and fight these guys in defensive mode, because it turns out I think I have enough to hit them relatively consistently even in defensive modes. Whoops, and now I lose a lot of weight, which means my strength took a beating, but I got lots of extra dexterity, and let's check again. Yep, I got strength. I lost strength and toughness. In exchange I get dexterity and speed. It's not the worst exchange in the world, I'd have to say. Do I still have Mojo roots? I do, in fact. So I could actually get a couple of extra points of toughness out of this. 1 second. Because the ropes of resistance give a toughness bonus that pushes me above. No. Scratch that. Doesn't work. I have too much toughness even without the ropes of resistance. Oh well. Guess I'm just that awesome. And I have a lot of spare cloaks, so why not just use one? I want to be able to see the stairs, thank you. What do you have here? It's another red dragon. And I think... no, very defensive is the right mode. You don't want to really fight in normal at this stage, because with a tactics skill, normal has the trade-offs at very aggressive or very defensive are extremely beneficial in total. At least if you ask me. So you don't really... Actually, it turns out defensive has a slightly better trade-off. It gets me more than enough DV. So I'm going to be using defensive mode and kill some more dragons, because that's how I roll. And I actually do want that brace of regeneration back, because I don't really like how low of HP I get in this place. Ah. Now I get why I keep taking fire damage. I keep overheating, thanks to being a Drakeling. I can already see my speed score going up into close to 200s. It's also a reason that while you do want to do these fire creature vaults, because they aren't really that dangerous, and a ring of ice will protect your items very well. If you're Drakeling, you should stay away from the white Dragon Balls, because they use, naturally, ice attacks, and these will freeze you solid all the way down to a speed of 10. You do not want that to happen. I can do this one because I can take the HP hit, and I get faster, which means I should win even more easily. And at defensive mode, I can fight an Ancient Red Dragon pretty consistently. And thanks to, well, spoke too soon. Let's check corruptions again. I might as well drink one of these days. I have enough. Besides, there's always a chance that you might lose them all because you get poison hands and accidentally pick up all of your extremely nice poisons and get all of them transformed into all these wonderful potions of extra healing, these potions of ultra healing, these potions of holy water, these potions of booze. All of these potions get them transformed into poison all at once because you got poison hands and didn't pay attention. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Where was I? Oh yeah, dragon slaying. Nice, good pastime, good pastime. Great fun, great fun. It's not ancient. This guy is young and fresh, so he has no way to hurt me. The ancient ones, the decrepit old ones, are the ones that really lay in the hurt. Because RPG logic. Yeah, I know, dragons, the older they get means that they get more powerful as they get older because they never stop growing or something. Or it has something to do with natural selection. If they get older, that means they must be really, really good. I'm not really entirely sure. I don't really care. I'm just slaying them. I'm not writing an essay on them. That's an Eternium dagger, which I really don't need, but I'm taking it anyway because adventure. I take stuff. Why would I kill monsters if I couldn't also, consequently, take all the stuff? Probably going to find a secret door very soon without even intending it, which could be a bit annoying, but I can deal with it. Anyway, I'm at a stage where finding a skill that's really worth sinking kill increases into becomes more difficult. The ones that I haven't leveled are the ones that are either really hard to level or basically useless. And between the two, the ones that are really hard to level are still preferable, so that means I get 5 skill increase into tactics. Stage in the game where skill increases really don't matter anymore. Except if you acquire a skill late game that is really, really useful. Something like find weakness would be nice. But I don't get that because no. Screw you. That would be too easy, you see? Find weakness. I don't really need it because I can slay the important monsters with my Skull Crusher easily enough. This one is an Ancient Red Dragon, which means I have to pay attention to my HP again. They seem pretty okay though. They kind of take a long time to kill in this way, so I might just want to switch to at least aggressive mode because I lose only 5 DV. Switching to that, I'm still well over 60, so that should be enough. And I should deal very respectable damage. Could be more respectable, but beggars can be choosers. I just got... That's a potion of education. I just got very light corruption. That kind of hurts the damage because of the lost strength. Potion of education sounds really, really nice, actually. I wonder what it might be. Well, the jackpot would be basically Not a spell book. Game's taunting me. The jackpot would be find weakness, of course. That's basically a skill that I'm still missing. Once I get find weakness, I can score a lot of criticals, even against monsters that aren't humanoid, which should heavily improve my overall killing power, even if the important monsters are humanoid anyway. Almost done here. I'm done with the outer part of this vault layout, but the vault layout has something in the center, and that's probably also that's definitely where the worm is, because every red dragon creature vault has a worm. Not just red, any creature. Any vault containing dragons has a worm, which is basically the boss dragon of the dragons in the dragon vault. Worm, whatever's. Anyway. Wonder what to do about the HP, though. I could... Do I have Pepper Pedal? I do. Huh. Nom, 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 nom. Okay. Let's get in there. Where? Oh, now I remember. I think. The way in is... First take those potions because they're nice. Take that gold because, I don't know. That's the way. Oh, it's larger than I remember. And it's filled with ancient red dragons, basically. Oh, there's some baby dragons too. Okay. Which basically stage 2 of the dragon slaying stuff. I could do it with arrows, I guess, but somehow that would be too easy. Besides, I should probably save them for the worm. Well, I could use those ancient red dragons because they're a bit nasty. Dragon slaying claw arrows. Eat. Thank you. And that's a potion of useless. I probably already have one, right? Yep, I do. Well, more than one is actually useless. Dum-be-dum-be-dum. You're a regular red dragon. You don't deserve an arrow in the face. Have your skull bashed in. You deserve one. Come on. No, you want to get here. Okay. You're an ancient red dragon. I don't relish the thought of... What did I just do? I think I picked up some shit. Should be more careful with the controls. Okay. That was quick. Take him back. Whoop. Kind of wanted to come outside so I can fight him there. Patience, patience. Besides, I'm getting hungry. Nothing to sweeten a session of dragon slaying like an in-dragon slaying snack. A melon. Tasty, tasty melon. Nom nom nom. Dum-be-dum. Oh, now he's coming to fight me. Whoops. I have silly speed right now. So that really wasn't hard. I didn't even get a level from that, which is kind of disappointing. Oh, there's a bloody dagger in there. That's not too bad. And that's the red worm hall usually. And take that shield because it might be an artifact. Who knows? And kill some of the remaining dragons, I guess. Oh, I lost all the loot from there. That one. When will I learn? I think it was mostly useless anyway. Really nice items are usually immune to fire. I'm talking about stuff like Wand of Wishing and such. They don't get destroyed, even if you let a dragon breathe on it. Like an idiot. I don't know, some more water and booze. Can always use that. But I wonder if I should butter with the rest. I'm kind of bored here. I want to go someplace else. The longer you linger around in the late game, if you have everything you need, you just increase your chances of getting killed in a stupid manner at some point. That guy wasn't really dangerous at all. That's one down staircase. I can at least explore the level though. I have these hurtling cakes, so I have to eat those, and I have dwarven sausages. And now my skin is transformed into tough scales. I'm kind of wondering. The corruption seemed to be getting along rather fast. No, only 47 days. It's just that I'm really deep in the dungeon now, and background corruption is kind of really a factor at this point. Do not want to kill the cat. Cats in here, because I do have to ring the master cat, and one of the rewards of getting it is that you have to worry about cats for the rest of the game, instead of just up until the cat lord. Why did I bother? Yeah, it was a stupid idea anyway. Do I have blessed arrows? Yes. Okay, let's use those. Rushing water is a river on this level? That's strange. Okay, that's not really particularly strange. No idea why I said that. Let's get ochre jelly. Alright, D47. The next level is, so the next level should already be D48. And D48 is a special level. Well, you're going to see. Can I teleport? I don't think I can. I can, however, swim. Do I have items that I need to protect from rusting? No, but the cloak of protection might get drenched. And yes, I do have to keep the duration from rusting. What just happened? Now that is just not cool. I don't have a waterproof blanket. Well then. I don't really want to. Then I don't really want to swim after all. Do I have a scroll of teleportation in here? I do. Thank you. That was kind of dumb. Wait a second. I want to get rid of a green hack first. That's a black dragon, so I can eat. Ancient black dragons can see me. Hurfling bread, and now I'm going to kill a black dragon. Get rid of the floating eye. Those are the down staircases. What's in here? Nothing really dangerous at this stage. Hydras can be dangerous at an earlier stage of the game. Okay, that's about all that there is to D47, which is kind of disappointing. I'm probably going to pay a quick visit to D48, which might be educational because D48 is already one of the final levels in the game. It's the third to last level actually, and it contains some special things. See this guy? It's an air goo. It can't see me, so it's not moving yet. But the air goo is actually standing on something, and I should probably be able to explain that very soon. First, I'm going to get rid of it. Get my gear back together. This air goo is actually much, not dangerous, but much sturdier than the ones that we've seen already in an earlier place in the air dungeon, air temple, because it's protecting that thing it's standing on. You might have wondered at some point, what am I supposed to do with all the orbs? Well, you're going to be able to see very soon. But not very soon, actually, because I'm not going to be doing anything with the orbs yet. All I really want is to kill these guys to get their XP. A man-high whirlwind, rising out of a hole in the ground. That's where the air orb would go in. There we have a stone goo. You remember these guys from the air temple. And that here is a chaos wizard. We're going to be seeing more of these guys at some other place, which is technically the one next on the agenda. But I'm doing this kind of out of order because I want to kill the groos. Because of that, they give a hell of a lot of XP, so why not go down there and kill them first, if you want XP. Not everyone wants XP. I mean, I shouldn't presume. And I'm kind of out of things to level. I already took Greased Lightning. I took all the skin talents. And I guess if I have Skull Crusher weighs 120 stones, right? I think, yes. So Basher should be a fit. Well, it's not there, but I think it weighs 120 stones. So I get the damage bonus from Basher, and that should be good. Not that I really need it, but at this stage, at this point, I'm just taking whatever I want. Okay, that was a Chaos Wizard. They're usually much easier to kill than the Groos, but they're more dangerous because they summon a lot of stuff. And who are you? You're an ancient black dragon. You should be able to see me, actually. It isn't even doing anything. Well, now it is. I'm still souped up on all the fire from the firebolt. Still at 188 speed. And there was a Quickling, and there was a Kobold, and as you can see, that was the Earth Rift and the Mana Rift. What's mana? Good question. Those are the Water and Fire Rifts, so I have them all located now. I could start by putting some of the orbs in, but I don't have all of them yet, so there wouldn't really be much of a point to it. Well, that wasn't really that hard. It's a man-high bonfire. Okay. Water demon. Quick kill. Alright. And like I said, this is the third to last level in the game. But I'm still missing one orb. And getting that is going to be the last step before we can finish the game. And whoops, that's a Master Mimic. Don't really have to be afraid of this guy because I am paralyzation resistant, but the guy I was actually afraid of is the Greater Earth Elemental because they have a water breathing attack that can do a substantial amount of damage. So I kind of want to use my contract slaying to get rid of him as quickly as possible. I should be able to do the rest of the damage with regular quals. See? Water breathing. Doesn't really hit me because I have alertness. And I guess there isn't really that much that can get dangerous for me, and yeah. Dum. Okay. It's a giant slug. I'm hungry. Let's eat some bread. Eat some fortune cookies. They say that patience is the better part of valor. I guess. And there was dry meat, and okay, let's get out of here. And backtrack, because I took, well, technically the wrong stairs, and that's even more background corruption. What the hell is going on? It's that fast? I start to exhale sulfuric clouds. It's one of the corruptions that actually has next to no effect on me, because it would give other characters the ability to exhale sulfur, which is the same as this. But it turns out that if you get the corruption, even as a drakeling, your acid is transformed into sulfuric acid, which is kind of nice. A nice detail. I want to get over there. But how? I guess I have to waste it on a scroll of teleportation. I don't really want to. I'm going to recharge my wand of teleportation instead, because I should probably be using that in the future. And I should have enough booze to do it. Only one potion of booze. Except, of course, for those that I picked up earlier. There it is. It's kind of annoying. And now my one teleportation has 2 charges once more, which means I can get out of here. Let's go down these stairs, and now I'm the UL. This is a side branch of the Caverns of Chaos, located rather late in the game. And at the end of the side branch is the last of the 5 elemental temples, which is also the hardest of the elemental temples that you're going to have to face. I'm going to get rid of these ghosts. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I wonder when I'm going to find the gay clowns. Yep, they're all on bloody meat. Great. And that's a fire vortex, and that's a barbarian, and that's a door, and that is the downstairs. I don't really want to spend any time because this is the highest rate of background corruption. Well, I've been at the highest rate of background corruptions for quite a while, and this is and this entire side branch of the Caverns of Chaos has a really high rate of background corruption, so I don't really want to spend too much time. But first I do want to identify my items, because I have some that are potions I want to drink, including the potion of education. And whoops. Well, the wizard in me is getting really happy. I now know a little bit about alchemy, which means I can access the recipe list. I know how to mix a potion of youth. I need a potion of raw mana, which I just drank all of them, and a potion of ultra healing, which I have but need for healing. Thank you. But I will be able to know more recipes once I increase my level in alchemy, and I don't really have anything better to do, so that's probably going to be happening. And that's some stuff, and where are the stairs? There they are. There's some herbs here. Herbs. Or whatever. I get a wand of stunning. Get the herbs arranged out of force of habit. And go down one more level. I kind of feel like doing the mana temple, actually. So, oh, Meet Shabbat Mordor, the ancient comic worm. Now, if I were to really exploit this game and its peculiarities, since I'm invisible, Shabbat Mordor can't see me. And if I shoot him with magic missiles, he won't ever be able to see me, as long as I only use magic missiles. Which means that as long as I have enough magic missiles, which for a wizard is very easy, this is a free kill. And this being a free kill is relevant in this case, because the same free kill would result in, I don't know, 4 to 5 million experience points. That's right. Basically 4 to 5 million experience points that are basically free for as long as you are invisible, like I am, and have magic missiles, which I do actually. I have 2 wands full of magic missiles and 16 charges. That might even be enough. And if it isn't, I can recharge the wands. I'm not going to be doing that. Basically because I haven't done it before, and I'm deathly afraid of doing something wrong and getting killed by an ancient comic worm that I don't even have to fight, because this guy has a name and he gives me a quest. And since I'm not going to do the quest because it's an unnecessary risk, all things told, I might as well explain what a quest is about. You see, this guy, Shardvador, really hates some other guy, who is also a worm, but not a comic worm, which means that technically he should be weaker and he should be able to kill him himself. Well, your quest will be, if you talk to him, to kill this other guy. His name is Srax. I might have messed it up somehow, but if you see it written, you will forgive me. You will only get a quest if you talk to him while standing on the stairs, but if you do, you have to be prepared to do the quest, because once you step off the stairs and haven't done the quest, he's going to kick the crap out of you. Unless you're invisible. In which case, well, free kill, like I already said. The details of the quest, basically you have to kill Srax, and he's at the end of another side branch of this dungeon, which is the Blue Dragon Caves, which are all cavernous, and the later levels are all full of ancient blue dragons, which destroy all your items all of the time. In other words, it's a really nasty place. It's a place with excellent loot, actually, but altogether not really worth it unless you really want to do the quest. And it just so happens that you also have to do the quest if you want to finish the game with an ultra ending. Why? Because you get an item as a reward that you need to get another quest from some other guy. And if you get that quest, you can kill some guy. And after you've killed that guy, you get, as a quest reward, you get an item. With that item, you can... No, wait. You get the location of a dungeon. In the dungeon, you have to kill another guy, get an item. Then you take that item to another guy, talk to him, and he will summon another item. And with that item, you can finish the game with an ultra ending and become a god. That was informative, wasn't it? I probably messed it up too, which is because that's the kind of thing I do. And, well, where are we now? The air in this dungeon level makes my skin itch, I think. Something about that, like that. Some strange energy fills the air and causes the skin to itch. We're at the site of the last temple. And like all temples, I have to dig my way through. Unlike other temples, this one is kind of a pain to get to. You have to carefully probe the walls. Probe. Anyway, where are my pickaxes? Here, there is one. And if I take off the... Oh, that's annoying. Wait a second, I have got some strength. That should do it. And pickaxe down here. And down there, over here. You might have noticed something. My PP value, my magic stat, is going to go down a toilet very soon. Because that level, well, you're going to see. First of all, I have to go through this place. You might have noticed in the earlier levels that there's usually some traps placed in strategically important places. In this case, Thomas decided to go all out and decided to get to the actual place. You're just going to have to go through traps. Traps. What is happening? Oh, fuck you. Oh, my spell book. Traps. If I had bothered to get a detect trap skill, I could search every single space to find the traps so I have an easier time avoiding them. And, well, if I had bothered to get detect traps. Now that I haven't, well, I can check one thing. There's a wand of trap detection, and I just might own one. Nope, I do not own one, so I guess it's running headfirst into traps again. I just know at some point I'm going to hit a Scrolls of Chaos resistance, and then I'm really sour about my life. My entire existence. But I also want to take them with me, so I'm kind of screwed. When did my waterproof blankets get all destroyed? I don't remember it happening. Oh well, I'm almost through. Well, I'm halfway through. I can eat some more fresh meat. Some more fresh meat. Kill some more monsters. And pit vipers and whatever. And even more potions of uselessness. That's a fireball, and that's a chaos knight, and the gauntlets. Score! And that is the rest of the corridor, and I'm already too far, but I usually want to discover a couple of traps down there before I go in. Now, I've involuntarily opened the central hall. Before you fight in the Mana Temple, you should check for a couple of things. First of all, like with the Emperor Lich, you need to be resistant to death rays. I know I am, so that's good. Second, you should bring a light source. I think I might have an Amulet of Light. That's usually the best way, because if you use an Amulet of Light, you can put one of the orbs back in the tool slot, which I'm going to do right now. Elemental Fire for a bit of extra melee damage. You should also bring confusion resistance in the form of mental stability. You do not need, however, a ring of ice, so I'm going to switch that out. I have several options. I can either get some mental stability or even more mental stability. I can put on a ring of regeneration, I guess. Or I could put on a ring of See Invisible. But I think I can do it without a See ring. I can either do it without a See ring and Silver Visible to begin with, or I can just put it on later. In the meantime, I kind of want a healing. Put my Gauntlets of Strength back on. Which ones? They're equal, but they don't stack, which is strange. Anyway, that was that. Confusion resistance. Death ray resistance is essential because otherwise you die. Light source. That's it. One thing I can do. I still have all my humanoid slaying, don't I? Yes. And now I'm prepared. Not exactly. I can even still go the extra mile. Where are my potions of poison? Where are my potions of poison? Ah, there is one potion of poison. Because sometimes it's worth going the extra effort. Doing performing the extra effort, so to make your enemies feel loved, properly hated, I mean. It's all love-hate, really. Actually, no, it's just hate. Please don't all of you die. I kind of wish I had Farsight. What this will have to do. Not actually dark, so that means I haven't awakened him yet. Which is not to worry, because I have this Wand of Farslaying. I keep forgetting that the Wand of Farslaying doesn't work, because I don't have PV in this place. Because of all the Mage Bane and Mage Doom eyes. Chaos Servants get pretty nasty at this stage of the game, but nothing I really have to worry about, because of all the regeneration I wield. Okay, this is getting kind of boring. And the Chaos Wizards have awakened, which means they're going to start summoning all kinds of shit. I almost forgot how boring this place could be. And I don't have PP. If I had, I could activate a ring of that Farslaying wand and speed things up a bit. That was one Chaos Wizard down. There's some more. And, already summoning the place full of things. I should pay attention if I have one. If I happen to get one turn with at least 1 point of PP, 1 point of power points, and now that I think about it, PP is a terrible abbreviation. Why do I keep using it? I could just say power points or mana, like as if this were some regular old computer RPG that uses mana. No, my dears, it's power points. Much better. Not just boring old mana. Oh yes, I should. For one part, you kind of want to stay there and fight them one at a time, but you don't really get much ahead as long as they keep summoning. All you can do is wait for the Chaos Wizards to be dumb enough to do this. And once you get rid of the Chaos Wizards, there's an infinite amount of monsters to fight. It just takes a while. Dum-be-dum-be-dum-be-dum. Oh, getting kind of less crowded here. There's lots of Mage Doom eyes and Mage Bane eyes. Getting rid of my... Let's get some bit farther in. Start killing things in here. And I get the message some kind of force seems to attack your mind. Which means I should have gotten the guy's attention. In theory. And whoops. Everything suddenly looks so different. Which means he managed to hit me with confusion magic. That is actually a bad thing. Because in that case I kind of want to stay out of here. Do I have some monster detection? Because I really want to know where that guy is. Is he still far in there, or is he already close out there? Yeah, he's over there. You see the purple guy? That's the one I'm fighting. He's up there. He's not that far away anymore. I think I should even switch my... wait, I want to keep the Ring of the Master Cat. Switch my Ring of Regeneration for one of my Rings of See Invisible. So I can see that guy without having to use monster detection. Where is he? Whoop! He just shot at me. I can't see him though. But he's definitely shooting at me. Which means I'm going to retreat back into the hallway and wait for him to come out. I have my Quarrels of Humanoid Slaying prepared. And here we are. That guy is Nurak Varn, the Chaos Archmage. An ancient crippled man who only manages to stay erect. Due to some invisible force. Don't say Viagra. Don't say Viagra. You just did. Damn it. As frail as his body appears, his wrinkled face sports two glowing eyes emanating with waves of incredible power. In the rare moments you manage to look into the bright glowing eyes, you're able to catch a glimpse of many tentacles growing from the eye holes. The body of this creature is covered in an ancient black, very tattered robe that seems to be moving around his body with its own will. This guy is nasty. He has a couple of really, really annoying aspects. One, he's always invisible. Two, he casts Death Ray, so if you don't have Death Ray resistance, you die. Three, he always casts Darkness, which usually, other than that you can find him, you can't use missiles if you're in the dark. So if you want to use missiles, you have to use an Amulet of Light or a torch like I do. He has that confusion thing, which already worked once. And he casts some other kinds of spells all the time. And he drains stats in melee. Isn't that fun? I think I'm actually going to... I forgot something. Rather than shoot humanoid slaying right away, I should use my potion of blindness to disable him first. While he pretends to be an adventurer. By picking up random stuff from the ground. That he didn't even kill himself. He's stealing my loot. Dick. I don't want to disable him right away. I kind of want to get him to get further in. Yep. Like that. Okay, I have to step one step ahead. And now he's blinded. He equips the large shield. One might think that if he really wants shields that much, he had plenty of opportunity to get them before he started fighting me. But look at that, he just picked up a random large shield. Probably was a bad large shield too. Now you get humanoid slaying claws in your face. While you're blinded. And that was that. That was a short respite. Do I have any other way of disabling? Now that I kind of failed with the hitting. Sickness, but balance, but auto healing. Deafness. No, that doesn't really help at all. I have unholy water. So I can finally find a use for these things. For my potions of invisibility. I dip them in the unholy water. Which means they become cursed potions of invincibility. Which are the same. Have the same effect as potions of blindness. Isn't it cute? Back to my qual things. Where's my... Am I stupid? There they are. No, not as a missile. What am I doing? I don't want to throw the crossbow. Even though I might actually be able to do damage that way. I'm not going to do it. I want to use humanoid slaying. I have 2 squalls left. And I think it might be best to just go with the arrows of slaying instead. And what are you doing here? Get out of the way. I want to fight this guy. Well, calling it a fight is kind of an insult. But he's not going to stay that way the entire time. So it's kind of fortunate I have 3 more of those things. I think he's done with it. And now I'm confused. Excellent. Before I fight, I get my cursed potions of invisibility back. Eat that. And you know what? I could try and, oh, well, as long as I have them, I guess, why not? Here. Now he's in melee range. Now I have to say one thing. I am a barbarian. One might debate whether I am a very good barbarian or not, or something, but I am, as it stands, a barbarian, and I can do barbarian things. I have here a melee weapon equipped with humanoid slaying. I have here Nurak Varn in melee range. I have here the tremendous blow ability for triple damage. Let's see what happens if I combine the three. Well, severely wound. That's not too bad. Ouch! That's a bit bad. But he only randomly managed to hit me. I'm still over 400 HP, so you know what I'm going to do? That same shit again. This was a terrible idea. Antennae at my temples. Yes, awesome. Now I'm some kind of alien. Come back, you dickhead. Oh, you're so dead. You are actually so dead. So the tremendous blows weren't in vain after all. Noah Ground gives a very hefty amount of XP. I'm just now realizing it's usually much higher than that. He didn't give me 1 XP, 1 million XP. Usually it's around 1.5 million mark. And it's connected with this here. My exorbitant speed stat. The faster your character is, the less experience you get. So it's kind of a mixed blessing. But on the whole, it's just much better to have really high speed. So it doesn't really matter all that much. I can train my alchemy a bit, I guess. And the rest of it goes into tactics. And there's the next level up. Some more alchemy training. The rest of it goes into tactics. That's all the level ups I get. Now I just have to get in there and collect items. Including, of course, the Chaos Orb of Elemental Mana. I'm going to leave that corpse right where it is. I don't want to get the old guy who managed to stay erect due some invisible force. I mean, Thomas is brilliant. I love him. He made an excellent game. I can't really fault him for kind of, well, screwing up. Not really screwing up. Dropping the ball on the monster descriptions of one guy. I mean, could have happened to anyone. Okay, I have the Chaos Orb of Elemental Mana. This is one of the 2 hardest fights in the game, actually. I mean, Hocus Pocus is extremely souped up, so I got the easy version of this fight. The fight can be much more dangerous if a character isn't ridiculously powerful, equipped with oodles of humanoid slaying, or as it's a melee weapon that does the same. It can be more dangerous. In this case, it really wasn't. Now, what I'm going to do now is go back to D48, and then I should probably stop the video for now, because I think I played for a long time today. Already. And then there's only one left. First I have to get back. Well, it should go fast. The antennae corruption is actually what's causing me to randomly discover parts of the level. It's one of the more beneficial corruptions, all things told. You only lose appearance and you get free info. So it's really one of the good corruptions. It's also, all things told, one of the more inconsequential ones, because dungeon layout not so important. But at least it isn't bad. It's a Gorgon. I really don't want to fight it. I don't really have to bother with killing it, actually. Just go past with petrification resistance equipped. That's one of the things you really have to be careful about, even with a souped up character like this. Just go past. To get across the river, I can use 1 second. These teleportation traps. I have no idea why I didn't do that before. And I'm back on D48. And now, prepare yourself mentally for the final installment that's going to come in the next video. Until then, see you. Have a good one.